5375, which is true regarding the use of airborne weather avoidance radar for the recognition of certain weather conditions. A. The radar scope provides no assurance of avoiding instrument weather conditions. B. The avoidance of hail is assured when flying between and just clear of the most intense echoes. C. The clear area between intense echoes indicates that visual sighting of storms can be maintained when flying between the echoes. The correct answer is A. Airborne weather avoidance radar can be a valuable tool for pilots, but it is important to remember that it is not a perfect solution. Radar can only detect precipitation, and it cannot detect turbulence, wind shear, or other hazards. Even if a pilot is able to avoid flying through a thunderstorm, they may still encounter instrument weather conditions, such as low visibility or heavy rain. It is important for pilots to be prepared for these conditions, even if they are flying in an area that is clear on radar. 5374. Which in-flight hazard is most commonly associated with warm fronts? A. Advection fog. B. Radiation fog. C. Precipitation-induced fog. The correct answer is C. Warm fronts are characterized by a boundary where a warm air mass meets a cold air mass. The warm air mass is less dense than the cold air mass, so it rises over the cold air mass. As the warm air rises, it cools and condenses, forming clouds and precipitation. The precipitation can fall to the ground and evaporate, which can then lead to the formation of fog. Precipitation-induced fog is most common in the morning, after the precipitation has stopped. The fog can dissipate as the day warms up and the sun evaporates the water vapor in the air. 5376. A situation most conducive to the formation of advection fog is A. A light breeze moving colder air over a water surface. B. An air mass moving inland from the coastline during the winter. C. A warm, moist air mass settling over a cool surface under no wind conditions. The correct answer is B. Advection fog forms when warm, moist air moves over colder ground or water. The fog forms offshore and is then carried inland by the wind. It is most common along coastal areas, but often develops deep in continental areas. 5377. Advection fog has drifted over a coastal airport during the day. What may tend to dissipate or lift this fog into low stratus clouds? A. Nighttime cooling. B. Surface radiation. C. Wind 15 knots or stronger. The correct answer is C. Advection fog deepens as wind speed increases up to about 15 knots. Winds much stronger than 15 knots lift the fog into a layer of low stratus clouds or stratocumulus. 5378. What lifts advection fog into low stratus clouds? A. Nighttime cooling. B. Dryness of the underlying land mass. C. Surface winds of approximately 15 knots or stronger. The correct answer is C. Advection fog deepens as wind speed increases up to about 15 knots. Winds much stronger than 15 knots lift the fog into a layer of low stratus clouds or stratocumulus. Nighttime cooling and dryness of the underlying land mass lead to radiation fog.